Hey everybody, I'm back with another Jurassic World review, and in this review we're going to be going over the all-new Wild Roar assortment. We have probably one of my favorites, the Utah Raptor, Myasaur, Nasudaeratops, and Berionics. I literally just reviewed the Utah Raptor by itself, and I just got the Berionics. They apparently delivered to the wrong house, and so we were able to get it back safely. So, I will have a ton of reviews over the next couple days. I do have the Triceratops, which I honestly might wait. I can do Titan by itself, it's fine. I have Titan now. I have Quetzalcoatlus now. I should have, by as early as tomorrow, the Triceratops, and quite possibly the D-Rex, the mutant. I ordered on Walmart.com, as well as just as everything else that I got. Titan, Quetzalcoatlus, and all of this on Walmart.com. I know Collect Jurassic posted some links. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's go over Utah Raptor first, as it is one of my favorite dinosaurs. Oh, wait, I forgot all about the barcode. Hold on one second. Here's the barcode. If you want to use any of the stuff that I do in my video, please give me credit. I know some people don't, and it's alright, I'll find you eventually, but please give credit. That's all I ask. That Myasaur is much bigger than I originally thought it would be. I'm not going to do a super detailed review on all of these, even though I just reviewed the Utah Raptor. Well, yeah, here's the all-new Wild Roar Utah Raptor. Let's start off with the sculpt. The sculpt is really good, just like every other Mattel toy. Well, most of them. The sculpts are always really, really, really good. It's just colorish. And I don't necessarily hate them, I just wish they kind of were done a little better. Like, they could have... Like, I would have done the feet, hands, basically all the parts that's skin and the black. But, to match the head. Sorry, it's been a while since I've reviewed. Let's go over this. The colors are kind of simple. You have the arms and neck all in the bright cheese orange, and you got like this, striping pattern kind of fading into this brown. You got the brown on the legs, and you have brown going down the entire tail. You have the stick feathering on the neck, arms, tail, and, well, kind of not the legs. You have this little white marking around the face, which I do like. It gives it a little bit more character. You have some feathering going on the front of the eye here, which I do like, the inclusion of more feathers. Here's a top view of the head for those who want to use it for any sort of like referencing or for anything really. Here's a... Try and get the whole thing in. Alright, the teeth are very nicely done, as always. They've been gotten better with their teeth. They're all made of a rubberish material, and I do really, really appreciate that it does not have lips. It's the mouth shut. We'll go over the sounds and action features here in a minute. Let's go over articulation. Head, the whole head, jaw, and neck and tail are tied to the action feature, which we will go over shortly. The arms are your typical forward, backwards, side to side feature, and the arms are a very soft and flexible plastic. I just sure hope it doesn't break on me. I do have two. I ordered two of these. We have our legs. We have these feathering on the legs. Oh, we're not gonna do that just yet. The legs have very limited articulation, and they click into place, but at least they can, like, move around. I think that's all the packages for the... Oh, wait, no, I have that one eBay one. It's not Rebirth, it's something else. I'm not going to review it. It's 2 old 6-inch basic figures from the Primal Attack wave. Alright, it's the blue Stitchy Mohawk and the dark brown Rex, for those of you that actually want to know. We have these little bit of orange going from kind of the connector here, and then we got orange there. I kind of would have wished orange go down the tail, but oh well. Oh wow, there's a lot of feathers on this. Like, the entire body is covered in feathers. From the very tip of the tail, except like the tips of the limbs, like the legs and the hands or whatever. But yeah, pretty much everything. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's no scan codes on the inside the back. They're actually back on the foot again. How they originally should be in the first place. Let's go over action features. So if you remember the old Chaos Theory wave, the last one, the Cryptops, Ceratasucops, all that, it's pretty much the same as it would be. They're very similar to Primal Attack. Again, they use reused sounds on their figures. Not at all surprised. Mattel does that pretty much every time. Let's review the Nasudaeratops next, because I've been kind of excited for this one. I'm just gonna put you right there. Sorry about the dirty wall. We have 4 cats and 1 dog, so nothing ever stays shiny clean like that. And I literally just wiped that, and I still have shit to do. There's the Nasudaeratops. The barcode. As I said, I got everything on Walmart.com. I've been very excited for Nasudaeratops to be brought back into the main line. They also did a Tapu Jar, which I'm also extremely happy they did. I mean, we did get that little baby one in Dominion, but it doesn't really like count. But it's still Nasudaeratops. Whoops. I'm trying to get the tail in, y'all. Oh, I forgot it actually has sounds. I'm a big idiot sometimes. Come on, which way does the tail go? I think it goes that way, yeah. The other thing I wanted to mention is these are very, like, hollow, a lot more cheaply made compared to some of the other ones. They're a lot like the Dominion Roar Strikers. They're just, I don't know. They're not terrible, but it's just, it could be better. Starting off, I do like the colors. I kind of wish they were finished. That's my other thing I kind of would like. Well, at least the horns, the big horns, maybe not necessarily what you would call that. Oh, I call it a horn. I do like how they are. Are they different than the old one? They look like they are, but I'm gonna go get it just in case. I'm gonna go ahead and grab it. I gotta make a mess. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm getting the other Nasudaeratops. Baby's right here. I might as well grab it. Let me compare the horns. Yeah, they kind of look... no, not really. That's unfortunate. The horns are exactly the same piece, or at least they're the same size. So I was hoping we could have like a male version and a female version, and then like a baby. But they made these horns exactly the same size as the old one. This is going to be an extremely long video, and we're barely starting the second figure. Yeah. I do want to say the colors on the baby are closer to this one. You got that dark blue on top instead of like a purplish brown. We got like a more grayish brown, which I do prefer the new one over that brighter color. Also, there's that yellowish shading on the mouth. Sculpt's is mostly the same from the original Nasudaeratops. The eyes are better. They're not, black like the old one. They're actually painted, and they look somewhat good. Um, I'm trying to think. The tail looks a bit thicker, like wider. I guess for the action feature or whatever. But yeah, the legs, the arms, they're pretty much all the same. I mean, if you want a Nasudaeratops, the old one is certainly good, but this one's good too, in my opinion. We have this bluish, I'm going to call it blue, and I'm going to call it gray. You have this bluish shade going from the tip of the beak. I wish they painted the beak. And then you go all around the head, and then you kind of go straight up, and then you go all the way across the frill. And then you have this, we'll go over the sounds in a minute. You got the color going all the way there, and then stopping right where the hip is. Articulation, head and tail, neck, all that's tied to the action feature. The head is not a separate joint that's connected to the neck, as you would expect. The arms don't really go forward and backwards much. Go side to side. The same with the Utahraptor. The legs aren't really articulated. Sorry about the little hair on the foot, but there's the scan code. And then the tail. Oh, crap. Alright, and then we have the tail connected to the action feature. And obviously this can move, but it's completely irrelevant to the rest of the figure. It's not important at all. Let's go over the action features real quick. It's very simple, just like all the others. What do you mean? That's not the Triceratops, and it keeps doing this. Crap. You know what? Oh, come on. I keep dropping everything out. I'm so clumsy, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm going to use the boxes as a stand. Alright, I mostly got that to work. Alright, let's go over the other new species for this wave. The Myasaur. I'm going to move that down just a little bit. The first thing I noticed is that it's a lot bigger and bulkier than I originally thought it was, and that is not a bad thing at all. I'm tired of these undersized hadrosaurs. Like, Iguanodon's tiny. The Iguanodon should be bigger than this, for crying out loud. Oh, crap, I forgot again. I am so sorry. There's the barcode. I can probably help out the entire Discord community with these barcodes if they need them. Yeah, and I got this weeks before the street date. Hopefully I actually get that D-Rex. I would love to just make people at Mattel and Universal feel terribly bad because they can't really do much. Once I already buy it, I've purchased it and I get it, it's pretty much mine to do whatever. I'm going to review it, and I really hope they don't fucking deplatform me for something that they made a mistake on. Crap, I can't even get this tail out. There we go. I really don't care about packaging from those things. So, yeah. Let's put the tail in. Alright. Let's go over the colors. The colors are very bland. They're obviously not finished as all of them are. I think the Berionics has the nicest, it's the most complete, but even then it's kind of pushing it. The entire body is casted in this minty blue color, almost grayish green. We have some white going from here and then ending right at the neck, and then you have these white spots here that kind of just are there, and then you have this orange stripe going from here all the way, going from there all the way up the neck, and then you have a little bit of that around the eye, and then you get to like a slightly different shade of orange for this little bump on the head, and then you have this little bit of orange in front of the I gotta clean up some of this back room. I gotta move my entire Hammond collection shelf today. Hooray. I really don't want to do all this. Let me see something. Oh, wow. Okay. The eyes are a yellowish color. Literally every dinosaur in this wave has the yellow eyes except the Berionics, which are a greenish color. Yeah, the sculpt, you got these little scales, which looks somewhat accurate, but I wouldn't say it's the most accurate. Going all the way down to the very tip of the tail here. I'm sorry, I zoned off. Articulation, again, head and, well, neck. Head doesn't even move. The neck is part of it. Neck, the arms can go out and in, forward and backwards, but articulation is very, very limited, as I was just saying. Oh. I want to see how well it stands on its hind. Not at all, unless you put something on under the arms. We'll go over that in a minute. We got these 2 toes, and then we got a small toe and a slightly bigger toe. There's the scan code for those who want it. Let's go over the action feature now. It's exactly the same as the others. These sound more. The sculpts are, I think the Myasaur has the best sculpt of a new species in quite a long time. Did I show the barcode for the Myasaur? I don't remember, I can't go back and look, but if I didn't, there it is. Here's the Berionics barcode. Alright, let's go to the Berionics. Let's cut this open. I don't necessarily hate this one, but I just feel like it's not an important one to me. But I am a completer, so I will get it eventually. I will get it regardless. Hold on, I gotta cut the tail piece out. Alright, where am I gonna put my Hammond collection shelf? That's actually a good question. I gotta get that whole shelf up there for the new toys. I have a decent selection of new toys. Alright, I do want to say, most of this body is reused. Like the hands and legs. I think the head looks like it is. It looks very similar. Oh, I do notice the longer tail. That I really do like. That does make me like this a lot more. I do like the colors. I like the orange. Someone's right outside my door, isn't there? This is a lot like the leucistic Berionics from earlier this year. Other than the tail being a lot longer. Let me take a picture of this. Alright. Let's go over the color. The entire color is like this bright street cone orange color. The jaw and a little bit of the neck here is like a slightly lighter orange creamsicle wave. It looks better on the camera than it does in real life. You can kind of see this up and down pattern. You have this, the green eyes. You have a little bit of that dark brownish marking on the face there, and then that goes all the way down to the end of the tail there. Articulation is pretty simple. It's the same as all the other ones, so I'm not really going to bother. I'm trying to... what time is it? Oh, damn, it's 10:30. Yeah, it's early. I'll go over action feature since it's kind of new. Yeah, they used Indominus sounds. I'm not even going to try. But I will not stop going over how much I appreciate the longer tail on the Berionics, and I don't get why they couldn't have done it to the Utah Raptor. Oh, crap, I completely forgot. Here's the scan code. I am so sorry. I know I'm going to have someone yelling at me over it, so now, no. Alright, I got these at Walmart.com. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. If you're new here, oh crap, there's my ugly face again. I did that in the first video. It's embarrassing. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, comment if you're new. Any questions, leave them down below. I will answer them as bestly as I can. I will always read your comments. By the way, these are mine now, so no copywriting. There's going to be no copywriting in this video because there's no audio. There's not a sound going on back here. I paid for all of these dinos. They are no longer theirs. They are mine. I don't get why they don't get that. Alright, I'm going to get off here. I got to do some more reviewing. I'm going to do the Quetzalcoatlus next. Peace.